Evidence of things to come here in Joe Biden's America. Thanks, Amanda. General Milley, Secretary Austin, and General McKenzie, and even the White House all playing the blame game over who is responsible for the botched troop withdrawal in Afghanistan. Congressman Matt Gaetz slammed all of them for their incompetence. Take a listen.
You said yesterday that you weren't going to resign when senators asked you this question, and I believe that you guys probably won't resign. You seem to be very happy failing up over there. But if we didn't have a president that was so addled, you all would be fired, because that is what you deserve. You have let down the people who wear the uniform in my district and all around this country, and you're far more interested in what your perception is and how people think about you.
Well, joining us for reaction is Republican Congressman from Texas, Louis Gohmert, and Republican Congressman from Georgia, Andrew Clyde. Thank you so much for joining us. Congressman Clyde, I'll start with you. What are we to make of this? I don't want to harp on it too much, but I feel as if we have no choice because it's clear to me that we have no idea who is running this White House. We have no idea how decisions are being made about this country and our interests here at home and abroad. Talk to us about how we can get the reins back over this great nation that we love.
Oh, my word, Joe, thanks for having me on. Getting the reins back means getting back in the majority in the House. That's certainly for sure. But, you know, what General Milley said was inexcusable. He needs to resign. He has been an abysmal failure. You know, his comment about to General Lee in China about telling him that, hey, if we're going to attack, you know, it's not going to be a surprise. I am going to notify you in advance. I mean, just imagine if Admiral Yamamoto in World War II would have notified Pearl Harbor, hey, we're going to attack. I'm going to give you some advance notice. Do you think we'd have had ships on Battleship Row? Do you think we'd have been caught by surprise on a Sunday morning? Do you think there would have been a different response? Heck yeah, there would have been a different response. So for General Milley to say that he would give the Chinese an advance notice, that is treason. Beyond, you know, there's no question that is treason. He needs to be fired, and but we don't have an administration with the guts to do it. Neither do we have an administration that has any concept of a successful military mission, in my opinion.
Well, absolutely. And Congressman Gohmert, I'll come to you. Obviously, words do have meanings. We have dictionaries to help you find the meaning if you can't figure it out yourself. You know, whether we're talking about gain of function or whether we're talking about the president saying unanimous support, come to find out it was anything but unanimous when we deal with this withdrawal in Afghanistan. Look, what, if any, recourse is there to get to the bottom of what happened here? Because, again, just to harp here, either the President of the United States lied to the entire world or the Joint Chiefs of Staff just committed perjury. And either way, we have a real serious problem here at the crux of this nation.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And I love the way you framed it, Joe. You framed it exactly right. And it goes back to your report just before us with the two generals. But Milley did tell he did admit under oath that, yes, well, first he told it to the book authors that he wanted to make the Chinese at ease. He wanted to make them more comfortable. And as you said, words have meanings, and the meaning of making the enemy comfortable under our constitutional definition of treason is giving aid and comfort to the enemy. And that's exactly what Milley did. And so here, and actually, you know, I've never gotten over being a judge, and I listen to words and how they say things. I've gotten the impression they're not real clear on when they told Biden he should leave 2,500 soldiers or so there. And we're not sure how forceful they were. If they let Biden make a decision, said, by the way, you know, we could leave 2,500 troops there, but it's up to you, instead of saying, if we don't leave some troops there, we're going to lose Bagram. We're going to have 5,000 terrorists released. We're going to get our soldiers killed before we can get them out. We'll have Americans stranded, which I don't think they said any of that. I think they were too gutless to do that. And what happens? Well, they turn around, and when you have a lieutenant colonel that's a valorous, loving, country-loving lieutenant colonel, got the Bronze Star for his kind of valor, and he says, wait a minute. And he's been triggered like so many who have served in Afghanistan. We won every battle, and now you've surrendered everything? Well, then they want to crush him. And I'm talking about Colonel Scheller, of course. And I thought on Thursday there was an agreement, but it turns out, I don't know if it's Milley or others put pressure on General Alford,
Right.
but General Alford is backing off. And I'm telling you what, these guys want to take out their frustration about Afghanistan on an honorable, noble, patriotic, America-loving fighter who did more than he was ever asked to do because they were gutless in getting people killed over there. Man, it's not going to work out well for these generals that want to persecute and prosecute. They can't close the trial of Scheller. And so I think you're going to see a reaction across the country. It's not going to go well for Alford. He's going to become a household name, and he's not going to like the way his name is used for the rest of his life if he doesn't do right by Colonel Scheller.
I mean, it's truly remarkable. Even if you want to say that there's accountability for that soldier telling the truth. Zero accountability for the Joint Chiefs of Staff or the president refusing to do the same. Unfortunately, have to leave it there.
That's
Texas Congressman Louis Gohmert, Georgia Congressman Andrew Clyde. Look forward